The Battle of Stamford Bridge. Chapter 1. The Prelude to Conflict. The year 1066 stands as a turning point in the history of England, marked by a series of events that would shape its destiny for centuries to come. Central to these events was the death of King Edward the Confessor, the last of the House of Wessex, leaving the English throne vacant and sparking a struggle for power among contenders. At the heart of this struggle were three key figures: Harald Godwinson, Harald Hardrada, and William of Normandy. Harald Godwinson, the Earl of Wessex and a powerful nobleman, emerged as a pivotal player. Edward the Confessor is reported to have said during his lifetime that he would make William, Duke of Normandy, his heir to the throne of England. However, apparently Harold ignored this treaty, and the Ouida branded Harold as the new King of England. This action would have serious consequences later, which would lead William to invade the south coast of England, to claim the English throne. Yet, across the English Channel, Harald Hardrada, King of Norway, and William, Duke of Normandy, eyed the English crown with their own ambitions. The stage was set for a clash of titans. Chapter 2. Harald Godwinson's response and the march northward. News of Harald Hardrada's invasion reached Harald Godwinson, in London. Despite the challenges of consolidating his power and dealing with rival factions, Harold understood the urgency of the situation. He realized that a united England was imperative to face the dual threats posed by Harold's invasion and William's impending attack. Harold displayed remarkable readiness and determination. He quickly gathered a formidable army and embarked on a forced march northwards. Covering approximately 190 miles in just 4 days, the English troops showcased extraordinary endurance and dedication. Harold's ability to mobilize his forces with such speed underscored his leadership qualities and commitment to defending his realm. Chapter 3. Harald Hardrada's ambitions. Harald Hardrada, King of Norway, possessed an illustrious past as a warrior and ruler. As aftermath Edward's death, he saw an opportunity to claim the English throne and expand his dominion. Gathering a substantial fleet and army, he set sail for England with grand ambitions. Harald Hardrada landed in northern England with 10,000 troops and 300 longships in September 1066. He raided the coast and defeated the English regional forces of Northumbria and Mercia in the Battle of Fulford, near York, on September 20th. Then, he captured York on September 24th, after receiving the surrender of the city and the castle from the local leaders. Harold's conquest of York was characterized by swift and brutal victories. The city fell to the Norse forces, and Harold's rule was enforced upon the local populace. His aspirations of becoming the ruler of England seemed tantalizingly within his reach, as he demanded submission from local nobles and subjects alike. Chapter 4. Stamford Bridge. The chosen battlefield. The clash of these mighty forces would take place at Stamford Bridge, a strategic crossing point over the River Derwent. Harold's army positioned themselves on one side of the river's high ground, while Harold's troops approached from the opposite bank. The river, navigable for ships, but narrow for foot soldiers, would shape the unfolding battle. The choice of Stamford Bridge as the battlefield carried significance beyond its geography. It represented a pivotal point in the campaign, a location that would witness the collision of two titanic forces and determine the fate of an English kingdom. The terrain would play a crucial role in the strategies employed and the outcomes of the battle. Chapter 5. The battles Onset and the Norse assault. On September 25, 1066, the Battle of Stamford Bridge commenced with a ferocious clash. Harold's Norse forces launched a determined assault, unleashing their might upon the English defenders. In the initial stages, the Norwegians made significant gains, pushing the English forces back and gaining ground. The English response was anchored in the shield wall formation, a tactic that interlocked soldiers' shields to create an impenetrable barrier. The shield wall became a symbol of English resilience and cohesion, showcasing their discipline and determination to protect their homeland. Harold's forces, despite the initial setbacks, demonstrated their courage in the face of the Norse attack. Chapter 6. The heroic defender of the bridge. As the battle raged on, one individual emerged as a symbol of heroic resistance. A towering Norse warrior, often described as a giant, took his stand on the bridge itself. This lone defender halted the English advance, frustrating their attempts to cross the bridge and launch a counterattack. This formidable figure became a focal point of the battle, holding the key to the bridge and the potential advancement of the English forces. His unwavering attitude showcased the immense courage and determination of an individual warrior in the midst of a chaotic and intense conflict. Chapter 7. The Ingenious Stratagem. Amidst the intense struggle, an audacious plan was hatched among the English ranks. A soldier conceived a daring strategy to float beneath the bridge in a barrel and strike the giant Norse defender from below. This unorthodox approach showcased the resourcefulness and creativity that could emerge even in the midst of a fierce battle. The English soldier's plan, executed with remarkable audacity, succeeded in dealing a fatal blow to the giant Norse warrior. This unexpected turn of events altered the course of the battle by opening the bridge to the English reinforcements. The fallen defender, though formidable, was not impervious to innovative tactics and the will of those fighting for their homeland. Chapter 8. The Turning Point and English Counteroffensive. With the bridge now accessible, English soldiers surged across the river to reinforce their embattled comrades. The Norwegians, divided between those who remained on the high ground and those who had crossed the bridge, found themselves in a precarious situation. The English exploited this division, launching a counteroffensive that threw the Norse forces into chaos. The momentum of the battle shifted dramatically. The once unified Norse line fractured under the offensive of the English forces. Once a steadfast defense, the shield wall surged forward with renewed vigor, delivering a powerful counterblow against the Norwegians. The events that unfolded in this critical phase would seal the fate of Harald Hardrada's invasion.
Chapter 9. Tostig Godwinson's motivations. Amidst the broader conflict, the motivations of Tostig Godwinson, Harald's expatriated younger brother, came to the forefront. Tostig's expulsion from Northumbria, where he had been the Earl, left him with grievances and ambitions. Seeking alliances beyond England's shores, he found a partner in Harald Hardrada's aspirations. Tostig's alliance with Harald was not just about power, it was rooted in personal animosities and a desire for revenge against his brother Harald. His alignment with the Norwegian king was a manifestation of these complex motivations, highlighting the intricate interplay between personal vendettas and larger political maneuverings. Tostig Godwinson's transformation from a loyal brother to a bitter enemy of Harald Godwinson, his older sibling, was a complex tale woven with familial dynamics, political ambitions, and personal grievances. Their relationship, which began as one of kinship and unity, eventually unraveled due to a series of events that strained their bond and led to a tragic confrontation on the broader stage of English history. In their early years, Tostig and Harald shared a common upbringing within the powerful Godwin family. Their father, Earl Godwin of Wessex, held substantial influence in the kingdom and gained significant authority. Tostig, as the younger son, grew up in the shadow of his elder brother, Harald. While they experienced the privileges of noble birth, their paths diverged as they matured. Harald's rise to prominence within the English court, and his eventual crowning as King of England, in 1066, were marked by his political acumen, military prowess, and ability to forge alliances. His ascendancy was the result of strategic decisions and a clear vision for the future of the kingdom. Tostig, on the other hand, faced a different trajectory that would contribute to the discord between the siblings. The pivotal moment that set the course for enmity between Tostig and Harald was Tostig's appointment as the Earl of Northumbria. This northern earldom was a crucial region within England, marked by its distinct culture and economic significance. However, Tostig's rule was marred by a series of unpopular decisions that alienated the Northumbrians and led to unrest. His authoritarian style of governance, coupled with high taxes and unjust policies, fueled resentment among his subjects. The tension between Tostig and the Northumbrians escalated, culminating in a rebellion against his rule. The uprising gained momentum, ultimately resulting in Tostig's expulsion from Northumbria. This expulsion was a turning point, not only in Tostig's personal life, but also in his relationship with his brother, Harald. Tostig looked for refuge abroad, nursing a deep sense of resentment against his brother, and those who had orchestrated his downfall. Tostig's grievances were not limited to his removal from power. He perceived Harald's role in the events as a betrayal of familial loyalty. While Tostig saw himself as a legitimate ruler struggling to maintain control, he felt that Harald had not done enough to support him in his time of need. This perception fueled Tostig's sense of isolation and further deepened the rift between the brothers. As Tostig's resentment grew, he looked for alliances outside of England to bolster his position. This quest for allies led him to Harald Hardrada, King of Norway, who also held ambitions of claiming the English throne. Tostig's alliance with Harald marked the final rupture in his relationship with Harald, as he aligned himself with a foreign power intent on challenging his own brother's ruler. In the context of the larger political landscape of 1066, Tostig's decision to ally with Harald Hardrada and invade England further strained his relationship with Harald. The Battle of Stamford Bridge, where Tostig fought alongside the Norwegian forces against his brother's army, represented a tragic culmination of their journey from unity to enmity. Chapter 10. Tostig's role in the battle. The convergence of forces at Stamford Bridge brought Tostig face to face with his estranged brother, Harald. Tostig fought valiantly alongside Harald Hardrada's forces, becoming an instrumental figure in the unfolding conflict. His presence on the battlefield added an element of family drama to the broader struggle for power. Tostig's choice to stand against his own brother was a testament to the entanglement of personal and political motives. While Tostig fought for the Norwegian cause, his actions were laden with the complexities of family loyalty, ambition, and the desire to reclaim lost power. Chapter 11. The Fall of Tostig Godwinson. Tostig's role in the Battle of Stamford Bridge would ultimately lead to his tragic end. As the battle intensified, the brutality of combat began to take its toll on both sides. Tostig, fighting alongside the Norwegian forces, found himself caught in the midst of the ferocious clash between the English and Norse armies. In the chaos of battle, Tostig's fate was sealed. His journey from an English nobleman to an ally of Harald Hardrada ended on the battlefield of Stamford Bridge. The clash of swords and the clash of ambitions had reached a decisive point, and Tostig's demise became one of the casualties of this historic confrontation. Chapter 12. Harald Hardrada's determination. Amidst the chaos of battle, Harald Hardrada's determination and leadership qualities shone through. As the Norse forces fought fiercely against the English defenders, Harald's strategic acumen and warrior spirit were evident. His forces pressed forward, making initial gains and showcasing the prowess that had earned him a fearsome reputation. Harald's resolve to claim the English throne was unyielding, a testament to his audacity and determination. His ambition to carve his name into the annals of history was a driving force that led him to stake everything on the outcome of this battle. As the battle unfolded, Harald's leadership and warrior prowess became central to the unfolding drama. Chapter 13. The Turning of the Tide. Despite the initial gains of the Norwegian forces, the tide of battle would soon turn against them. The loss of the giant Norse defender on the bridge proved to be a pivotal moment, as the bridge became accessible to the English reinforcements. This shift in the battlefield dynamics created a critical advantage for Harald's forces. The Norwegians, divided between those who had crossed the bridge and those who remained on the high ground, found themselves facing an English counteroffensive. The shield wall, which had withstood earlier attacks, now surged forward with renewed determination. The events that followed would shape the ultimate outcome of the battle. Chapter 14. Harald Hardrada's Last Stand. As the battle raged on, Harald Hardrada continued to fight valiantly at the heart of the conflict. His leadership, warrior prowess, and determination were on full display as he sought to rally his forces and push back against the English counteroffensive. The battle's intensity reached a fever pitch as the fate of Harald's ambitions hung in the balance. Accounts of Harald's final moments vary, yet they all point to a common theme: his unwavering determination and warrior spirit. Some sources suggest that he fought valiantly until the end, succumbing to wounds sustained in the heat of battle. Others propose that he fell to an arrow that found its mark amidst the confusion of combat. Regardless of the specifics, Harald's death marked the culmination of his audacious bid for the English throne. Chapter 15. Legacy and Consequences. The Battle of Stamford Bridge left a profound legacy that extended far beyond the confines of the battlefield. Tostig Godwinson's alliance with Harald Hardrada highlighted the intricate interplay of personal grievances and larger political ambitions. Tostig's quest for revenge and power led him down a path that ultimately culminated in his demise on the battlefield. The fall of Harald Hardrada marked the end of a grand ambition. His death amidst the clash of swords and shields shattered his dreams of ruling England and left a power vacuum that would have far-reaching consequences. The Battle of Stamford Bridge set the stage for the final act in the tumultuous year of 1066, the Norman conquest of England, an event that would alter the course of English history forever. Chapter 16. Reflections and Conclusion. In the annals of history, the Battle of Stamford Bridge stands as a testament to the complexities of human ambition, loyalty, and the unpredictable nature of conflict. Tostig Godwinson's alliance with Harald Hardrada served as a poignant reminder of the personal dimensions that often underlie grand historical events, showcasing the impact of individual choices on the larger stage of history. The deaths of Tostig and Harald Hardrada mark the conclusion of their respective journeys, while also setting the stage for a new chapter in English history. The Battle of Stamford Bridge, with its tales of heroism, sacrifice, and shifting alliances, resonates through the ages as a reminder of the intricate tapestry of human nature and its lasting influence on the course of nations.